Hello guys, so we are back and today we are going to take a look at the new LR Goku Black plus Zamasu. This is the part 1 Carnival LR from the Global Dokkan Celebration 2025, and we are going to do the same thing we did for the Blue Goku plus Blue Vegeta, but I actually have Goku Black plus Zamasu. So I got them like 6 hours before recording this, like 7 hours before recording. So I got them to I link leveled them with skill orbs, link level orbs. So I used them at link level 10. I did give them the special skill orbs from the new event with a very tough fight. And we did the same stages, so the Blue Goku and the Blue Vegeta fight to me are very good showcase fight because they have a lot of HP and you can test dodge cancelling and super attacks before you attack. So you have two different things, and like I like the stages. So we are going to do the analysis and overview. As I said yesterday, I'm not going to give opinions on the character. I have an opinion about Goku Black and Zamasu. It's possible that changes depending on the part 3 fight, and it's not the reason why we are here. I'm just going to analyze them, say what they do, how they do it, why they do it, and when they do it. That's it. So the leader skill is Super Bosses category, Ki plus 4, and HP attack and defense 220%. Now, Super Bosses, when we first saw it, and I was there like 5 hours after the live stream, and I saw Super Bosses, and I was like, what the fuck? Like Super Bosses. But they actually helped it. We have the clones, Goku Black clones. We have AJ Rose coming in like 12 hours from now. We have the free-to-play Super Easy 8 Zamasu Goku, who is actually solid. We have the physical Rose Goku Black, who is kinda like okay. You can run him, but it's not like... I was thinking he was back, but no, he's not. He's not back. He's just okay. LR Jiren can work in short fights. He gives the huge support. He cannot die. You can Scouter Fish for a couple of turns. Like, Super Bosses, it's solid, but we need more. AJ Rose is going to be like a god on the team. So we just need a bit more. Hopefully Int Fusion Zamasu EZA. Hopefully they give special skill orbs to Physical Rose, Tech Zamasu, who can be decent on the team. But I'm not too sure how they're going to age as a leader, because Super Bosses is kinda limited and we already got kinda everything. We have Cellmax, we have Jiren, we have Topo, we have Goku Black and Zamasu, we have Fusion Zamasu. So I don't know. I guess we can get a base form Goku Black Dokkan Fest, but like when? So I don't know. Super Bosses is kinda iffy. I don't know. Anyway, the passive skill for Goku Black. Mortals must be banished. Basic effect, 200% attack and defense, 2 ki per ki sphere obtained. Same identical thing as the Goku and Vegeta. So the 2 ki per ki sphere, I explained it yesterday, I will try to make it quick. Every character in the game gets 1 ki per ki sphere of types that aren't his. So Goku Black and Zamasu are STR. If we get an AJ ki sphere, they will get 1 ki. If they get an STR ki sphere, they will get 2 ki. But since I have this thing in their passive, they will get 4 ki per STR ki spheres and 3 for any other type. Then they get 80% attack and defense and attacks are effective against all types for all allies whose name includes Goku Black. This includes themselves, so they are always super effective against all types. They will support base form Goku Black, they will support Goku Black and Zamasu, the Tech LR, they will support Rose Goku Black. So any Goku Black will get the support, and it's actually very helpful because 80% defense is not like damage reduction support, but it's still like helpful. So that will make super easy A physical Goku Black look a bit decent, for example. Then per extreme class ally or future saga category ally on the team, they get 50% attack and defense up to 150, and then chance of performing a critical hit and damage reduction 20% up to 60%. This works the same way as the Blue Goku and Vegeta, so with them as the leader and another of them as the friend lead, you will just need one more. And if you have a character who is on both, it will not get the passive completely fulfilled. For example, if you have them and you have a Goku Black on the team, that's not free. It's not because they are extreme and future saga, then it goes for 2. You need to have 3 characters that fulfill this condition, but they are included. So it's not that tough. Like you just, if you run them as the leader, the second you have another extreme class on the team and super bosses has a lot of extreme class, like you're fine. It's not really a tough condition at all. Then when all allies attacking in the same turn are extreme class, or when there is another future saga in the same turn, they guard all attack. So it's very easy to fulfill this condition because it's just one future saga. So you have AJ Rose on rotation, you have it. You have the other of Goku Black and Zamasu on rotation, you got it. You have the blue duo, you have Tech Fusion Zamasu, any extreme class, you have the condition. So if for example there's like a Goma team, and Goma of course is extreme class. Let's say Goma leads like Terrifying Conquerors, Power of Wishes, and Final Trump card. They are on the team. They will get the passive skill just by being on rotation with Goma and, I don't know, LR Janemba, for example. So it's not really that tough. Like they will be on full power on any extreme class team. When activating the active skill or when attacking with 18 or more ki, they get 200% attack and an additional that has a 70% chance to be a super. So I don't like this because, let me quickly type it because I want to make it clear. So great chance, as I said yesterday, it's a 70% chance. I don't like this because the Blue Goku and Vegeta have a guaranteed additional super. Theirs is a 70%. It's just one little thing I don't like because I've seen them already, mine and the friend, just do super, normal, normal. And I don't like that. It's not the biggest deal ever. Of course, as I said yesterday, this will not proc, like you can't do the active, then attack with 18 ki and you get 400% attack and 2 additional. This is just once per turn. When receiving an attack, we get 180% defense, and this activates even before you get hit. So it's not like the first hit is going to hurt and then the second you're fine. It's the literal moment you click on the orb for the last character on rotation, you have the defense. And then starting from the 4th turn, from the start of battle, you meet Zamasu and you can do the reversible exchange. Easy condition, so there's not much to say about. The super attack effect, we have the 12 ki, Violent Fierce God Slicer, which greatly raises attack by 50% and raises defense by 30% for 1 turn. Both of them are for 1 turn. Causes colossal damage to the enemy and lowers attack. So we have a debuff, which is very helpful against the seriously serious Trunks, against the new hardest fight in the game, Goku Black can be attack debuff, and the blue Goku can be attack debuff. The Jiren in the red zone can be attack debuff, the int one. So attack debuff is very helpful. Then we have the super attack, the 18 key, the black Kamehameha, which greatly stacks attack by 50% and causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. And we give all allies 60% attack for 1 turn. So this is a stack. So every time they will do the 18 key, we will get a great resist attack, which is very important for the active skills, and in general, this character hits really hard. So the greatly resist attack is very important for them. We can go then to the active skill, which is the Holy Light Grenade. It can be activated as soon as you meet Zamasu, and you have to choose between the Holy Light Grenade or Zamasu's active. So the effect, we have a massively raises attack temporarily, so just for the attack, cause ultimate damage to the enemy, and then all attacks from Goku Black or Zamasu will be guaranteed crits, and super bosses allies will get 15% attack and defense, another 10% defense if they are also future saga for 4 turns. This is for the crit and the support, the 4 turns. So if you keep Goku Black on rotation, you will do it twice, and you will get the support for 4 turns, which is very important because super bosses is literally the leader skill. So when you're running super bosses, you probably want to do this unless you have the right condition for the Zamasu active. And maybe for a new player, seeing 15% attack and defense and then 10% defense will be like low, but these buffs are calculated in a way in which they are huge. Like you do this, and then your characters are starting to hitting like 10 million attack stats more than before. And they are tanking stuff that would have done like 50% of your health before. Like it's huge buffs. So then we have the link set. Like yesterday, I typed both the level 1 buff and the level 10 buff. So if you link level your characters, you will see the difference. For example, Big Bad Bosses is the best link in the game, and also the most important. When a character has Big Bad Bosses, you have to link level it, and you need to have it active always. So Big Bad Bosses, at level 1, we have 25% attack and defense when HP is 80% or less. So we have a tough condition, and hits a huge buff. 25% attack and defense is insane. At level 10, you just have 25% attack and defense. There's no HP condition. So it's very important to have it up always, and it's very important to link level Big Bad Bosses characters. So we have all the categories. As I said before, Power of Wishes, for example, if Goma lead it, or Final Trump card, which Goma also has. Like any category they have with Extreme Class, Corroded Body and Mind, Inhuman Deeds, Realm of Gods, kinda. Accelerated Battle, we have villains. Battle of Fate, we have villains. So they have spots. And like the Goku, Kamehameha changes with Godly Power when exchanging with Zamasu, and for Godly Power the buff is typed down below. So now we can go take a look at Zamasu. So Zamasu, passive skill, Mortars are unnecessary. We can do the reversible exchange, so any point we can just swap with Goku Black. We have 7 key, 200% attack and defense, a 50% chance of forming a critical hit, and guard. Standard. When attacking, we get 200% attack and defense, and Future Saga category Extreme Class Allies gets 10% damage reduction. This is very important when you do the active. When you do the active with Zamasu, you will get this damage reduction for the entire rotation. So at that point, it's helpful for characters like the clones, or maybe Physical Rose, because Physical Rose, the Dokkan Fest with the domain, he has 66% damage reduction before attacking. If you do this, then he has 76%. And at that point, if you have maybe, like, if you have the Goku Black active skill, so the Super Bosses category allies 15% defense, then the 10% defense, then maybe you drop this, and then you have 76% damage reduction, and the domain, Goku Black can tank in slot 1. So this can be very helpful. Remember, when you do the active, you will proc this for the entire turn. When not, it's only when Zamasu attacks. Speaking of the active skill, when activating the active skill, or when attacking with 20 or more ki, we get another 200% attack and defense. We have a guaranteed additional super, and then basically what the entire Zamasu kit is about. We have 300% attack and defense, guaranteed crits, and we recover 6% of damage dealt as HP when HP is 60% or less. Now, why I say this is basically the entire point of the character, because I show it in the runs I'm doing on the left side of the screen. Basically, with Zamasu, the point is you swap into Zamasu when you have like 48% HP or 58% HP or something like that. You do the active, and doing the active skill will recover your entire health. No matter when you do it, no matter against how you do it, you will recover your entire health. And then Zamasu will be able to go in slot 1. Not against every boss, but like my Zamasu, I think, after doing the active, started at like 3 million defense. And he has guard and 10% damage reduction. So he can go slot 1 against most of the bosses. And the attack stats that Zamasu will do when you do this are like Festival of Battle late stats. Like Zamasu is doing insane damage. Like he will do a lot of damage even in Festival at the end. So, and considering the fact that Goku Black is stacking, if you can go to the Festival of Battles against Tech Vegito and do this, you will do insane damage. Like, actually insane damage. Anyway, we can talk about it a bit more when we talk about what the active skill is. So the super attack effects. The 12 key is the first God Slicer. We get 50% attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy, and we lower defense by 40%. As I said yesterday, lower defense is completely pointless. There's no point in characters having it. The 18 key, the God Splitter, we get 100% attack and defense for 1 turn. We do mega colossal damage to the enemy, and we recover 20% HP. And this can also be applied to what we were saying before. Keep that in mind. The active skill, the Birth of Fusion Zamasu, and there's another mistake I want to cover, that here there should be, okay, never mind. So the condition can be activated upon entering an attacking turn. So just when you see Zamasu, you can swap and do the active. There's no condition basically. The effect, we massively raise his attack temporarily, we causes ultimate damage to the enemy, and then we get ki plus 4 and 40% attack in battle. This goes for both Zamasu and Goku Black. Basically, the point of the character is, again, you drop into the rotation, HP are low. You do the active, and you have 200% attack and defense when attacking, 200% attack and defense when attacking with 20 or more ki, or when activating the active skill. So you get that. You get the 300% attack and defense. You get the massive raised attack temporarily, and Zamasu is dropping like 200 million damage just with the active. And again, he will heal everything. He can go slot 1. Maybe he will take a bit of damage from like hard bosses, But if you take like 80% of your health, so you're almost dying, Zamasu attacks, he gets the massive raised attack and defense, and he recovers 20% HP, but then he recovers also the 6% of damage dealt as HP. So basically, if Zamasu survives before attacking, which is very likely, he will then just recover your HP again, while also doing insane damage. And when I mean insane, it's like ending the hardest fights in the game in one turn. Like, it's like Twitter clip level damage. Like, his damage on that turn is insane. And after attacking, only like the Goku Black build up or Festival of Battles at the end can hurt him, because you have just so much defense. You're like in the 7 million range with guard and 10% damage reduction. And also, you get the key plus 4 and 40% attack in battle. So if you do the Zamasu active and then you swap again into Goku Black will start hitting like a demon. Like, I've seen mine 55% at like 77 million attack stats with this up. So it's like they do a lot of damage, like a lot. And that was basically it. So the character is not as big as the Vegito Blue character. At least the kit seems a bit smaller to me, but that doesn't mean they're not uber powerful. And I think summoning for them, it's a good choice, but you have to understand you're probably going to use them on another villain team in a couple of months. For example, the Part 2 Omega Shenron, or Goma whenever it releases, or just someone else. Their team, at the moment, it works. It works. It's a very good team. Like them, Int LR Rose, Physical Rose, AJR Rose, the clones. Like, it works. If you want to be fancy, you can run Tech Kale and Caulifla, you can run Int Hit, you can run, I don't know, the LR, Physical Kale and Caulifla if you have them. You can try Cell Max if maybe the stage has the right conditions for it. Again, LR Jiren is very solid. Like, you can run some character, but it's a small roster. So either we get another 4 or 5 characters during the celebration, or it's just stuff, because the super bosses roster is just small by itself. But again, with all these categories, their only condition is extreme class. If you have extreme class, if the team is full extreme, you have them 100%. And you have this character with 60% damage reduction, guard, and their defense is very high after attacking. They can even slot 1 at the moment, but if you want to use them in slot 2 or as a floater, even if I don't understand why, but like just saying for other teams, they will work. Again, they have no condition, they have the active that can hit like a nuke, you can decide to support. Zamasu will heal 20% every time you do the 18 key, is very good. And also every time you are low, you know that Zamasu is going to hit like a fiend and recover all of your health. Basically, if you are below 60% HP and Zamasu is on rotation, you will be at full health. So that's a very cool ability. And I think it's a very just strong character. Like, just using them, like, you feel the power that this character has. So in my opinion, you should summon for them if you want. It's not a waste of stones, it's not like a bad investment. Or you can just wait for part 2 so we see the full scope of the characters, because some things that Dokkan always does is before ending the sales, before ending the banners, you will see all for the characters. I remember we see this with the worldwide celebration of 2024, and even the 2022 cooler movie celebration. I remember specifically we saw the part 2 LR's kit before the sales ended. So if you're not sure, because of the super bosses league that maybe can like scare you, and I get it, we will see the other characters before the sales ends, most likely. So you can summon, and even then, if you go like crazy for Omega or Super Saiyan for Gogeta, you hit the PD, you can just buy them if then you want. So it's not the biggest deal ever. Anyway, the run will continue on the side for another 10 minutes or something like that. So I said everything I needed to say. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, if there's some tips, something I can like upgrade or just do better, let me know. And I see you guys in the next video. Bye.
を見せてやる。